Good morning student, this is Prithvi Hegde, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, Soundarya Institute of Management and Science. Today we are solving amalgamation problem. So what is amalgamation? Amalgamation means two or more company merge together and form a new company. So in amalgamation what is happening? Two or more companies closing and there is a formation of new company. So let's see what is there in the problem. So following is the balance sheet of as on 31st/3/2015 of Shiva Limited and Kumar Limited. They are two different limited companies. So here the balance sheet is given: liability Shiva, Kumar; asset Shiva and Kumar. And then on asset side you can see land and building, plant and machinery, stock, debtors, cash. And on liability side you have equity share capital, 6% debenture, then reserve fund, dividend equalization fund, employee provident fund, trade creditors, profit and loss. And what is given in the adjustments? The two company agreed to amalgamate and form a new company called Shiv Kumar. They merged together and they form a new company called Shiv Kumar. They were different actually. Shiva was different and Kumar was different, but now they are merging and forming one company. They are called Shiv Kumar Limited, which took over assets and liability of both the company. So they took over all the assets and liability of both the company. The assets of Shiva Limited are taken over at reduced valuation of 10%. So he is telling now, Shiv Kumar is telling the Shiva assets were taken at reduced 10% with exception of land and building. So he took all the assets reduced 10% except land and building at book value. He is saying land and building at book value. Other than land and building, he have took all the assets at the 10% reduced value, and see to that the cash should not be reduced, because the cash we can't reduce the cash. So other assets we can reduce except land and building. And he is selling nothing, he is not saying anything regarding Kumar, so we will consider Kumar's at book value. Next he says both the companies are received 5% of net valuation of their respective business as goodwill. This is something new to you, so I will tell you how to do this. So both the companies are receiving 5% of net valuation of their respective business as goodwill. That means when Shiv Kumar is acquiring Shiva and Kumar, he is also giving goodwill. The goodwill is a good name or a good fame for the organization. So he is giving a goodwill for acquiring them. So how much he is giving? 5% of net valuation. So net valuation is what is the total value of the business. How to consider assets minus liability? You consider it. Next he say the entire purchase consideration is paid by Shiv Kumar Limited in fully paid equity shares. The discharge party is saying here he is giving the full PC in the form of equity shares. Next he say close the books of vendor, prepare journal entries and balance sheet. So now you understood which is the acquiring company or which is the amalgamated company, Shiv Kumar. Which are the company getting closed? Shiva and Kumar. Shiva and Kumar merging and forming a new company called Shiv Kumar Limited. So now is it time to solve the, okay, now students, this is time to solve the problem. So what are the steps we have in amalgamation? There are 4 steps: calculation of PC, discharge of PC, close the books of vendor and opening journal entry and balance sheet in the books of new company. First step is what? Calculation of PC. What is PC? What do you mean by PC? PC means purchase consideration. Who gives PC to whom? Shiv Kumar gives PC to Shiva. Shiv Kumar gives PC to Kumar, because Shiva is different and Kumar is different. So now calculation of PC. PC is given by whom? Shiv Kumar. To whom? Shiva and Kumar. So I have written separately Shiva different and Kumar different. So here which method we have to opt for? So here he say the entire PC is given in the form of equity shares. So how much is PC? Do we know how much is PC? We don't know how much is PC. For that purpose what we should do? We should follow net asset method. First we should follow net asset method and calculate the PC, that is purchase consideration, and then discharge it in the form of equity shares. So in calculation of purchase consideration in net asset method, what is our formula? The formula is assets taken over minus liabilities taken over. So now I will write down here, and guys please remember the sum which I am solving is in the nature of purchase. The previous sum which I solved is in the nature of merger, but this problem is in the nature of purchase. This is in the nature of purchase. So now we will calculate PC in the form of net asset method. It says assets taken over. Assets taken over. So what are the assets they have? Land and building. Assets taken over at agreed value. Don't consider, see, if you have adjusted value, consider adjusted value. If you don't have adjusted value, then consider only book value. So in this we have adjusted value. So regarding land and building, Shivkumar say the Shivas they will take at the same price. What is there in the book value? The same. The book value is how much? If you see the question, it is 60,000. Kumar, there is no land and building. Next it is plant and machinery. So plant and machinery of Shivkumar is, plant and machinery of Shiva is 2,20,000 and Kumar is 1,00,000. So in 2,20,000 if you reduce 10%, because he says he reduce it 10%, so it will come to 1,98,000. Regarding Kumar he has not said anything, so take the book value. How much? 1,00,000. Next, stock. Again stock of Shiva has to be reduced by 10%. If you reduce you will get 28,800. Next Kumar, take the book value. Next debtors, reduce 10% you will get 25,200. Kumar 18,000. Next cash. Usually cash should not be reduced, as it is what is there you have to write the same. So cash is how much? Shiva it is 6,000, Kumar it is 2,000. Now total this. You have taken all the assets. Total this you will get 3,18,000 and 1,36,000. How much? 1,36,000. After this minus liability taken over at agreed value. Liability taken over at agreed value. So what are the liabilities you have here? See, on the liability side, if you see the question, you have equity share capital, debenture, reserve fund, dividend equalization fund, employee provident fund, trade creditors and profit and loss. Now it's a time to see in the nature of merger and in the nature of purchase. In the nature of merger, we consider all the liability except capital. In the nature of merger, we consider all the liability except capital. But in the nature of purchase, we consider only third party and statutory reserve. We consider only third party liability and statutory reserve. Who are the third parties here? The third parties are debenture and creditors. Third parties are debenture and creditors. And there are many reserves like general reserve, dividend equalization fund, employee provident fund. See, in the problem they have not mentioned whether they are statutory reserve. What do you mean by statutory reserve? Statutory reserve is a compulsory reserve. That means it says that even after amalgamation, these reserves are maintained by purchasing company. Even after amalgamation, these reserves has to be compulsorily maintained by purchasing company. They are called statutory reserve. As it is not mentioned in the question, we will consider it as normal reserve and not to be taken by the purchasing company. So we will only consider the third parties. Who are the third parties here? The third parties are debenture and creditors. So now I will write down debenture. 6% debenture. 6% debenture of Shiva is how much? 40,000. And Kumar is nil. Then trade creditors. Trade creditors of Shiva is how much? Shiva is 20,000 And how much is Kumar? 16,000. Now you calculate, you minus this, you will get 2,58,000 and here you get 1,20,000. Usually this is your PC, but in this sum this is not your PC. This is not your PC because 2,58,000 and 1,20,000 is a net value of your business. It is what? Net value, because they say the Shiv Kumar is giving you 5% as goodwill on your net valuation. So this is your net value. On this he is giving 5% goodwill. So add 5% goodwill. So on this you calculate 5%. If you calculate 5%, you will get 12,900. On that 1,20,000 you will get 6,000. So 5% of this has been treated as goodwill. Now you add this, you will get 2,70,900 and here you will get 1,26,000. These two is treated as PC. What is PC? Purchase consideration. Assets taken over minus liability taken over, add 5% net value as a goodwill and then you will get purchase consideration. How much purchase consideration? Shiv Kumar is decided to give Shiva 2,70,900. Shiv Kumar is divided to give Kumar 1,26,000 as purchase consideration. What is the next step? The next step is discharge of PC. The next step is what? Step 2, discharge of PC. So how he is giving? Now we know like he will give 2,70,900 to Shiva and 1,26,000 to Kumar. How he is giving? In the form of share or in the form of cash? He is very clear he is saying that I will give in the form of equity shares. Starting itself in the question, you can see in the adjustment it is clearly mentioned he will give in the form of shares. So Shiva separately have to write and Kumar you have to write. So you can write how he is giving in the form of equity share capital. For Kumar he is giving 2,70,900 and Kumar he is giving 1,26,000. He is giving in the form of shares. Now calculation of PC is done, discharge of PC is done. What is the next very important step? Close the books of vendor. Which is the next important step? Close the books of vendor. When you close the books of vendor, you have option to do that is journal entry and ledger account. So now we will prepare here ledger account. So which are the ledger account we prepare here is realization account, purchasing company account, and we will see later which are the accounts to be prepared. But here what I am doing, as it is amalgamation, instead of preparing Shiva once and then Kumar, I will merge and prepare Shiva, Kumar in one account. So let's see how to prepare it. Okay, step number 3. Close the books of vendor. Close the books of vendor. Who are the vendor here? Shiva and Kumar. So in this we first prepare realization account. Realization account. What I do is, instead of writing one amount column, I am writing two amount column. One is for Shiva, one is for Kumar. So one is Shiva, then Kumar. Shiva, Kumar. Okay. When you prepare realization account, you should consider all the assets except miscellaneous asset, but in this problem there is no miscellaneous asset. All the assets at book value and all the third party liability at book value. So first we will consider assets. 2. Land and building. How much Shiva? See only the balance sheet, don't check the adjustments. How much? 60,000. Kumar, it is nil. Next, you have 2 plant and machinery. How much is Shiva? Take book value, don't go for adjusted value. 2,20,000 and Kumar is 1 lakh. Next, 2 stock, take book value 32,000, Kumar is 16,000. Then 2 debtors, Shiva is 28,000 and Kumar is 18,000. Then 2 cash, 6,000 and 2,000. We have taken all the assets. Next we have to take the liability. The liability is only third party liability. Don't consider capital, don't consider those reserves which is not mentioned as statutory. So which are the liability you have to consider here? By 6% debenture. 6% debenture. For Shiva it is 40,000 and Kumar it is nil. Then by creditor 20,000, then 16,000. We have taken liability. Next what we have to take is purchase consideration. What we have to take? Purchase consideration. Who is giving purchase consideration? Shiva Kumar Limited. Who is giving purchase consideration? Shiva Kumar. How much is giving for Shiva? 2,70,900. And how much is giving for Kumar? 1,26,000. Please check in the adjustment, is there any expenses? If there is any expenses, you have to mention here 2 cash, bracket expense, and you have to write. As in the problem, there is no expense. Now we wind up realization account. First we will talk about Shiva. Shiva, if you see, debit side is more. The debit side you will get 3,46,000. So it is 3,46,000. The difference is 15,100. You get 15,100. This will go to whom? This will go to equity shareholder. This will go to equity shareholder. Balancing figure. Any balance will go to equity shareholder because they are considered as real shareholders. They are considered as what? Real shareholders. Next we will see Kumar. Which side is more? Kumar, your credit side is more, that you will get 1,42,000. 1,42,000. The difference is how much? 6,000. Again this 6,000 will go to equity shareholder of Kumar. Equity shareholder balancing figure. It is for Kumar it is profit, for Shiva it is a loss, but both has to go to their equity shareholders. Next, which account we have to prepare? We have to prepare purchasing company. What is the name of purchasing company? Shiva Kumar Limited. We have to prepare PC of purchasing company of Shiva Kumar, but you have to mention both vendor. One is Shiva, the other one is Kumar. Shiva Kumar. So when you prepare purchasing company account, you start from realization account. Can you see realization account? Somewhere you have mentioned Shiv Kumar? Yes, it is on credit side. So here you write it on debit side saying to realization account. To realization account. How much Shiva? 2,70,900. How much Kumar? 1,26,000. So 2,70,900, 1,26,000. What is this? This is nothing but discharge. Shiv Kumar is giving Shiva 2,79,000. Shiv Kumar is giving Kumar 1,26,000. How he is giving? He is giving in the form of equity shares by equity share capital. 2,70,900, 1,26,000. 2,70,900, 1,26,000. Now the last ledger account you have to prepare is how many items are there on credit side, those many account you have to prepare. Here there is only one, which is that equity share capital account. So we have to prepare equity share capital account. Equity share capital account. Again here we will have two amount column, one is for Shiva, the other one is for Kumar. Shiva, Kumar. When you prepare equity share capital, now this is the time to see your old balance sheet of Shiva and Kumar. In Shiva and Kumar, what are the things you have not taken? No, those things you sent here in the nature of purchase. Is this clear? You have to do what are the things we have not taken in realization. Everything has to come here. Liability on credit side, assets on debit side. So first we will go on liability side. The liability side, first item we have not taken in realization is capital. So by balance brought down. How much is Shiva? Shiva is how much is Shiva? Shiva is 2 lakh. And how much is Kumar? 1,20,000. Next, after capital, what is next you have not taken? You have not taken reserve fund. So by reserve fund. How much is reserve fund? 68,000. Kumar, you don't have. Next, what you have not taken? The next one you have not taken is dividend equalization fund. So I will write in short form dividend equalization fund, DEF, dividend equalization fund 8,000 and nil. Next, employee provident fund, employee provident fund. How much is employee provident fund? 6,000 and here it is nil. Next, what is you have not taken? Profit and loss by P&L. How much? 4,000 and it is nil. We have taken now on liability side everything we have taken here. On asset side everything was taken earlier itself on the realization account. So we have taken everything, now the balance sheet is empty. Okay, after balance sheet, which is the account we have prepared? We prepared realization account. So go to realization account, see from here, do you get anything to equity shareholder? Yes. Regarding here, you can check to equity shareholder for Kumar 6,000 by realization account. Realization account for whom? Kumar. How much? 6,000. Next, on the same realization you can see for Shiva on credit side. Here it will come on debit side by realization account. For Shiva how much? 15,100. Okay, after realization account, which is the next account you have prepared? The next account is Shivakumar account. Here is there any equity shareholder? Yes, it is here on credit side. It will come here on debit side by Shiv Kumar. By Shiv Kumar account. How much? 2,70,900 and 1,26,000. Check is there any difference. If there is any difference, you have to prepare cash account, but usually this will tally. So this also tallied. How much is this? 2,86,000. Then here it is 1,26,000. 86,000 and 1,26,000. Your answer is correct because it is tallying. So 2,86,000, 1,26,000 on both the sides, and the sum now close the books of vendor is completed. Next what we have to do, the next we have to opening journal entries and balance sheet. It is very easy actually. Opening journal entries and balance sheet we have to prepare. Okay guys, now what the last step, close the book is over. Now opening entries in the books of Shiv Kumar. Opening entries in the books of Shiv Kumar. When we say Shiv Kumar, it is combined. Shiva and Kumar now combined, and we have to prepare journal entries and balance sheet. So journal entry, what is Shiv Kumar is doing? Shiv Kumar is purchasing Shiva and Kumar. He is purchasing Shiva and Kumar or his business? He is purchasing his business. So what we have to write first is business purchase. Business purchase. Shiva and Kumar. He is purchasing Shiva and he is purchasing Kumar. What he is giving for Shiva and what he is giving for Kumar? For Shiva he is giving 2,70,000. How much? 2,70,900. And Kumar he is giving 1,26,000. So together it is 3,96,900 he is giving. To whom he is giving? He is giving Shiva Limited and to Kumar Limited. He is giving to Shiva and he is giving to Kumar. For Shiva he is giving 2,70,900 and Kumar he is giving 1,26,000. How much is giving? 1,26,000. The narration is being PC due. Being PC due. Why he is giving? He is giving because he is acquiring assets and liability. So what are the assets he is acquiring? And here you should consider adjusted value, not book value. When you close, you take book value. When you prepare opening entries, you take adjusted value in the nature of purchase. But in the nature of merger, everywhere it is book value. So here the next journal entry is taking over assets and liability. Land and building, you combine both, 60,000. Next, plant and machinery, combine the adjusted value of Shiva and the book value of Kumar, because Kumar no adjusted value, you will get 2,98,000. Then stock 44,800. Then debtor 43,200. It is combine both, add both. Cash 8,000. Cash how much? 8,000. Next, goodwill. From where we got this goodwill? Shiv Kumar gave both of them as a net valuation 5% as a goodwill. So combine that, you will get 18,900. Next, liabilities is taken to 6% debenture. So combine Shiva and Kumar, 40,000. Next, to trade creditor. Trade combine both, 36,000. So your assets and liability. Next you have to write here to business purchase. This is purchase consideration you have to write. How much? 3,96,900. You check this and you check this. Both the size you should get same, then it is correct, because you have already mentioned as goodwill. Suppose it is not tallying, your liability is more and your asset is less, they are treated as goodwill. Your asset is more, your liability is less, treated as capital reserve. So if your asset is more, liability is less, treated as capital reserve. Suppose your asset is less, liability is more, is treated as goodwill. Asset is more, liability is less, treated as capital reserve. Asset is less, liability is more, treated as goodwill. Here this sum I think tally, because goodwill is there. If you check, this is tallying, there is no difference. So it is already both the sides we are getting same total. But in the nature of merger, wherever we get difference, we will consider it as general reserve. See, if you see the first problem, my first video, in that I have solved this in the nature of merger. So wherever we get difference, we will write it as general reserve. But in the nature of purchase, if we say asset is more, we will say capital reserve. If we say asset is less and liability is more, we will say it as goodwill. So this is very important and you have to make a note of it. What is a narration? The narration is being assets and liability taken over. Being assets and liability taken over. The last journal entry, what is the last journal entry? The last journal entry is, here we said PC due. Shivkumar has not paid, still here we are paying. When we pay, who is the receiver? Shiva Limited. Shiva Limited. He will receive 2,70,900. And how much Kumar will receive? Kumar Limited 1,26,000. How they will receive? In the form of equity share capital. To equity share capital. How much? 3,96,900. So as a narration, being PC paid. Being PC paid. The last is balance sheet. So now you understood, no, this. So I am just wiping it. Now the last one is balance sheet. Balance sheet vertical format we have to follow. Don't follow the old format horizontal. You don't get any marks. So you have to prepare vertical. In vertical, first we will write capital and liabilities. Okay, first, usually what we will take? Capital. So here when we talk about capital, don't check your old balance sheet. Check PC given in the form of share capital. PC given in the form of share capital. Yes, here the PC is given in the form of equity share capital. So write down equity share capital of Shiva and Kumar combined. He is giving how much? Everything, the PC, the whole PC is in the form of equity share capital. So if you total, you will get 3,96,000 900. Then after equity share capital, next what you have, you please see the journal entries over here. You can check the liabilities whatever is given. So you have debenture and trade creditors. So you can write down. Next is if you have any reserve and surplus. No. The third one is secured loan. Yes, you have secured loan, that is 6% debenture. Combine this. So how much? 40,000. Next, unsecured loan, you have nothing. Next, you have current liability. Under current liability, you have trade creditor. How much is trade creditor? The trade creditor is 36,000. If you total this, you will get 4,72,900. 4,72,900. Next, you continue the format saying assets. Under assets, first you have fixed asset. Which are the fixed assets you have? Land and building. Combine both, you will get 60,000. Next, plant and machinery. Combine both, 2,98,000. Next, goodwill. In the form of net value of asset, they have given goodwill 18,900. Next, second one, investment. Do you have any investment? No. Third one, current assets. What are the current assets you have? Stock. How much is stock combined? You will get 44,800. Next, debtors. If you combine, you will get 43,200. Next, cash. If you combine, you will get 8,000. If you total this, you will get 4,72,900. 4,72,900. So, if you have any doubt, anything to be asked, please message me. Thank you for watching the video.